In this video, I'm going to show you 4 different effects using the morph transition in PowerPoint that will allow you to take your slides to the next level. They're elegant, they don't look too flashy, and most importantly, they're pretty easy to learn. So without further ado, let's look. So this particular effect is called a morph zoom, and it's really elegant when you set it up correctly. Let's pretend for the purposes of this example that I'm an art historian and I perhaps want to draw attention to certain parts of this high-res image so that I can draw attention to some of the features like the moon in the sky here, maybe this church down here, and maybe some of the swirling sky effects at the top. So how can I do that in an elegant way using this really cool effect? Well, the first step is to duplicate my slide. You can either do that by right-clicking duplicate. You can also hit Control D. And I'm going to do that just a couple of times because each time I want to perform the morph effect, I need a new slide. Once we've got that done, the next step is to zoom out, and you can simply click on the bottom right to do that, or you can hold Control and then scroll out, which is what I'm going to do. So now we have a nice view of not only kind of our slide area, but all of this gray area around it too, which we're going to work with for the purposes of this. So maybe for the first attention drawing area, I'm going to go with the moon on the top right. So I'm going to increase the size of it a little bit. We kind of have this preview area down here. You can also look at an example on the left there to see how it's placed, and I'm going to make it a tad bit bigger. And if that looks good to me, then yep, that looks pretty good in the preview. Great. So we'll start off with the moon there. Next up, I think I'm going to draw some attention to the church at the bottom because there's some cool features there. You can kind of see some lights in the windows of the houses, but I'm going to move up so that the preview shows the church in a nice way that I like. And then what else do I want to draw some attention to? Well, that big swirl at the top is quite interesting. I kind of like how it almost looks like a whirlpool of water, and you can see all the interesting brush strokes. So I'm going to increase that. We'll leave this last one just kind of as a reminder of what the whole image was. So now I've got this really basic slideshow just with these 5 different slides. What does that look like when we apply the morph effect? Well, all you have to do to apply the morph effect is select the bottom 4 slides. And remember, we don't have to select the first slide because whenever you're applying a transition in PowerPoint, it makes the transition between the selected slide and the one before it. So we only have to select these ones, and then we simply hit morph. And you already saw a preview there of what's going to happen, but now let's take a look at what this presentation looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation by either hitting F5 or the slideshow button in the bottom right. And here we can see we have the overall slide here. We have the moon, which was a really nice zoom effect. And then we go down to the church there at the bottom, seeing all the brush strokes. We go up to that really cool swirl pattern in the sky and a few of the stars. And then we gracefully zoom out to see the whole image again. So all of that was done just using that single morph effect. Next, I'll show you an example of how to use morph in conjunction with crop to create a really cool scrolling effect. You could do this on slides to animate things like a waterfall or a phone scrolling or a TV, anything that you want to add a little bit of movement to. And it's actually really simple. So I have this background image of a woman holding a phone, and you'll notice that I have this other layer image on top of it, which is just an iPhone screenshot. And if I go to picture format and I click on crop, you'll notice that this image is actually a really long image that's been cropped. What we can basically do there is, once again, whenever you're dealing with morph, the first step you want to do is duplicate the slide, and then we can go to that cropped image. I can click on crop. I can just drag it up. I'm going to drag it all the way to the bottom just to kind of have a more dramatic effect, but you could obviously go anywhere you wanted. I'm going to click away now that that's been set, and then all I need to do is go to transition and click on morph. And you just saw in the preview there, it looks pretty cool already, but I'll go into actual presentation mode by clicking on the bottom right. So here's the actual presentation, and if I go ahead and click on it, we can see that the morph added this really cool smooth scrolling effect. Don't mind the finger cropping there at the bottom, but it literally took maybe 2 seconds. You can go back and forth, and you have some nice animated scrolling of a phone. In this next example, I'm going to show you how to create a rotating showcase. So let's pretend that we have some team members that we want to introduce, and maybe each of them will say something about themselves, and we want some kind of visual animation or graphic to show, whose turn it is to go. Well, this is actually a perfect use case for morph again. So the first step, as always, is to duplicate the slides. I'm going to duplicate them twice because we have 3 team members that we want to introduce. And the first step here is to actually decide which way we want our shapes to move. So So I'm gonna move it so that this particular team member comes forward. So I'm gonna right click, bring to front so that this picture is on top of the picture here in the middle. I'm gonna bring this picture on the left, make sure that's sent to the back because I want that to move behind here. And then this picture can go to the left. And of course we can resize it. So just to quickly resize it, I'm gonna make sure it's 2.5 inches, which happens to be the size of the other pictures. And then I'm gonna make this one be 4.2 because that's what the original one was. And I'm gonna center this all up. Easy way to center is to click on this align button. You can do align center, align middle. For this one, I'm gonna do align middle. I'm gonna click this one, align middle as well. Okay, so this looks pretty well set up. Might not be exactly what I had before, but I could spend, more time making sure that this looks good. Let's see what happens if I right away click on morph on this slide. Well, there you saw it. It sent this team member behind, this team member to the left, and it rotated this one out in front. So now we can do that once again. So I'm gonna duplicate this slide. I actually didn't need to duplicate it at the beginning. But the first step, I'm gonna bring this to the front. This, tells Excel that we want it to be in front when it's actually doing that morph effect. I'm gonna bring this team member over to the right. And then this one can go to the left and we will resize it. Once again, 2.5. Oops, not 25. 2.5, 2.5. And then this one we're gonna put at 4.2 and 4.2. Perfect. So I'm gonna quickly align this in the center, align this from the middle. Gonna do the same one, align from the middle, just make sure that's all set up there. All right, they look equidistant to me. So if I go ahead and add the transition again, morph. Oh, we had a little bit of a glitch there. So the way to fix that is to just, so you saw, I'll show it again, but if you preview it, this team member with the pink background went over top of the other one. We want this one to be sent to the back, and we want this one to be brought to the front. So just go ahead and click that. Let's hit preview again. Perfect. Now we've got the rotation in the way that we wanted. So let's take a look at what that looks like from an overall slide perspective. All right, so now if I click, we see some nice rotations. Awesome. And we can go backwards. Cool. So we're getting a really neat kind of 3D spinning effect. It looks really elegant. Each person can talk about themselves in this introduction example. In this example, we can see how to use the morph effect on shapes and text. So let's pretend that we have this roadmap and maybe we like it, but it's a little bit too busy with everything on here and we kind of want to walk through each of the different steps and draw attention to them one by one. Well, this is a good candidate for morph. So once again, I'm going to duplicate the slide by hitting Control D, and I'm going to start off just with that first left one. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete anything other than that first one that I don't want on here as part of the animation. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate the first slide again. I'm going to drag it below and I'm going to get rid of everything except number 2 there on the bottom, the orange one. So now that I've got that set up, okay, great. We've got the foundation set to do a simple morph effect, but just for good measure, I'm going to do this for the other ones as well. I'm going to duplicate this a few more times. And we got number 6. Okay, perfect. So now if I go back and I quickly just flip through the slides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no animations, nothing special. But let's add a little bit of pizzazz with morph. All you need to do is click on the slides in particular. So I want these ones to have the morph effect start. I'm going to click on morph and you'll interestingly see that if I preview, it's just kind of doing a fade in and out. Well, that's not exactly what we want with morph, but it's an easy fix. So the thing here that's a little bit more advanced is we have to go to home, we have to go to select and open up the selection pane. And to quickly explain why this is happening, the reason is because when you use a morph, PowerPoint tries to be smart under the hood and uses the selection references of those shapes or text to know what needs to morph into what. And if they have different names, for example, these ones definitely have different names. You can see shape 425 there, shape 421 there. It's not going to be able to morph them. So the way to get around that is to just double click and add in 2 exclamation marks and let's call this shape. So the 2 exclamation marks lets PowerPoint know that you're doing a custom reference here. So I'm going to press enter there. I'm going to also do the same for the text. I'm just going to do exclamation mark text. So once I've got that, I'm going to go to the next slide and I'm going to rename this as exclamation mark shape. I'm going to do this one as exclamation mark text again. And now let's preview the transition once again. Perfect. So now you'll see that the shape actually did morph over there. The text, something a little bit interesting happened. It kind of faded again. So if we watch that again, okay, that's not exactly what I want. But interestingly, if you look at the effect at the top here, if you click on characters, you'll see that it does a cool character morph effect as well. You can also do this with words if you like the words a bit better. I personally like characters, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if we just repeat that process of adding, the exclamation text and shape to these other slides, we'll be able to get everything set up. So I'm going to quickly do that right now. So now I've gone through and added the custom reference to all of the different text and shape boxes. And I'm also just going to go through, once again, click on the morph button here. I'm going to click on characters. And now let's do a preview of the first one. So there we go. It's morphing to the bottom there. If I do a preview of this one, we see it morphs up. So here's an example of what it actually looks like in presentation mode. We can see that if I go ahead, we see the characters morphing, we see the shapes morphing. We kind of have an elegant way of drawing attention to all of the different points of the presentation that we want to make. So that's morphing with shapes and text as well. Well, there we have it. 4 really cool effects using the Morph transition tool in PowerPoint that will let you take your slides to the next level. The best thing is, I personally think these effects are quite understated and not too flashy, so they can be used in a business setting. As always, I hope you learned something, and if you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.